Hello, everyone. We just finished Module 5, Introduction, and Module Objective 1. Now we will discuss Module 5, Objectives 2 and 3, and conclude with an assignment review. So let's move on to Module Objective 2. Interpret the importance of budgeting in project management. Let's explore how effective project budgeting is central to planning, executing, and delivering successful projects. Before we start exploring, let's define project budgeting and project budget. First, what is project budgeting? A project budget outlines the total cost required to complete the project. It covers direct and indirect costs. It ensures that the project has the financial means to meet its goals and helps guide decision making throughout the entire project lifecycle. We have defined project budgeting. Now let's define a project budget. A project budget outlines the total cost required to complete the project. It covers direct and indirect costs and serves as the financial backbone of the entire project lifecycle. It's developed during planning and refined throughout the project lifecycle. Let's consider the role of budgeting in planning. During the planning phase, budgeting confirms whether the project is financially viable. It helps define how and when work will be done and provides stakeholders with a financial roadmap. It sets limits and expectations early on, guiding the rest of the project. Budgeting guides decision making. Budgeting during planning ensures we know whether a project is viable. It sets limits and expectations early on, guiding the rest of the project. Budgets inform every critical decision: what resources to allocate, where to cut or invest, and how to adjust if issues arise. Without a budget, managing uncertainty becomes guesswork. Cost control and monitoring. Budgeting isn't just planning, it's also about control. Regular comparisons between budgeted and actual costs helps identify overspending or deviating from the plan, allowing for timely interventions. Alignment with organizational goals. Project budgets help maintain alignment with organizational goals and provide executives with the financial visibility needed for oversight. Resource allocation. Budgeting helps managers allocate money to the most critical parts of a project. It prevents misallocation and cost escalation. Risk management and contingency planning. Good budgets are built on risk management. By anticipating the unexpected, they protect the project's financial health. Performance evaluation. A budget makes performance measurable. Tools like EVM use budget data to assess how well the project is progressing against cost and time goals. Communication with stakeholders. Budgeting improves communication with stakeholders. The project manager shares regular budget updates with stakeholders. Budget updates communicate progress and a clear picture of the project's financial landscape. It reinforces confidence in the project's financial health. It's building trust and engagement. Impact on project success. Budgeting supports every major project goal on time, on scope, and within cost. A project is successful when it meets its goals. It supports success metrics. A project is successful when it meets its goals on time, on scope, and within budget. Budgeting connects with performance tools like Earned Value Management or EVM to elevate success, to evaluate success quantitatively. When budgeting is neglected or poorly managed, it leads to serious consequences, including project failure. Careful budgeting is essential to avoid unnecessary risk. Without a strong budget, a project is far more likely to fail. Budgeting supports every major project goal on time, on scope, and within cost. Let's conclude. Budgeting is not just a task, it's a strategic function. It supports planning, controls costs, drives decisions, and is integral to project success. In summary, budgeting is not just a task, it's a strategic tool. It brings discipline, clarity, and direction to any project. Okay, let's move on to Module Objective 3. We'll examine how budgeting operates at different management levels: project, program, and portfolio. Each level has unique budgeting goals, but works in harmony to achieve strategic success. Key definitions. Before diving into budgeting practices, let's clarify the distinctions between projects, programs, and portfolios. Understanding these layers helps us better appreciate how budgeting functions at each level. Budgeting and project management. At the project level, budgeting is tactical. The goal is to accurately estimate, allocate, and track costs to ensure delivery within financial constraints. Tools like EPM and baselines are used for control. Budgeting and program management. Program managers focus on optimizing financial performance across a group of related projects. Budgeting ensures resources are prioritized where they'll have the greatest impact and minimizes duplication. Budgeting in portfolio management. Portfolio budgeting is strategic. It ensures that money is invested in the right projects and programs to support the organization's overall goals. Funding decisions are driven by business value and risk assessments. Key budgeting functions across all levels. While the scale and scope differ, the functions of budgeting, planning, controlling, and assessing performance are constant across all three levels. Integration across levels. Budgeting at higher levels depends on accuracy and updates from lower levels. Integration is key to ensuring consistent financial planning and control. Budgeting tools and techniques. Level uses tools tailored to its needs, but shares common principles. These tools enable precise budgeting, effective tracking, and strategic oversight. Benefits of tiered budgeting. Tiered budgeting ensures that resources are used wisely at every level. It allows leaders to shift priorities quickly, reduce risk, and ensure that every dollar supports broader goals. Challenges in multi-level budgeting. While budgeting across all levels offers many benefits, it also poses challenges. Effective coordination, transparent data, and flexibility are essential to address funding disputes and realignment needs. Let's move to the conclusion. Conclusion. Budgeting plays a distinct yet interconnected role at the project, program, and portfolio levels. When properly integrated, it enhances agility, accountability, and organizational performance. So now we have covered all three objectives. Let's do a quick review of the assignment you'll be completing in Module 5. Here's the assignment. You have this inside your course, so if you can't see it here, you can see it there. And also, I encourage you to review the grading rubric. I use this every time I grade your assignment. Next, some assignment tips. Now, earlier, I sent you several documents related to Module 5. So some of this is just going to be a review for you. But if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I visit our class several times a day. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it. So we have this assignments tip. Another thing I shared with you is a budget template. This is an example. Your budget might look different. I took away all figures because if I gave you the figures, I'd be giving you the answers, but at least provided the structure that you might wish to use. Under no means are you required to use any of the handouts I provide to you. Then we have the AI generated budget outline template. You can see where we'll be adding some totals, but there's blank lines, and that's where you would be putting different items that fall under those 5 categories. Steps to complete. Sum the cost per project, calculate contingency, sum the total budget, obtain the percentage of total per cost category, and check the budget feasibility. Right now, I know you're supposed to go out and find an AI tool, and some are better than others. Here's a summary table. I also shared this with you earlier, but you can see the criteria on the left, and then you can see the different AI systems that you might choose from. Of course, we've got ChatGPT as number 1. Are you required to use that? No, I use it all the time. I think it's totally, totally, totally fantastic. But you choose whichever one you want. Also, during Module 5, we have a discussion. And now, review. What have we covered in these two videos? We covered chapters 5 and 14, module objectives, the assignment, and I encourage you to go to the course announcements. I received an interesting email this week. A student sent an email asking me where they found the recordings. Oh, I was nervous about that. This is module 5, and they're just asking me where they can find the recordings. I hope everybody else found the links in our course announcements. Every week, I put information out through course announcements. I hope you all found it. Now, taking a step back and reflecting on everybody's grades, some of you are doing a dynamite job. I'm so proud of you. The others kind of creeping along, but you can do this. Use our examples. Reach out if you have any questions. And here's my contact, right? Nobody's here right now to ask questions, but I want you to remember, you see my email, you see my telephone number, office hours. When you need me, I'm here. You're sitting at your computer. Imagine me sitting on the other side of your monitor. I'm that close to you, and I always have been, from the beginning of the class all the way through to the end. Your success is very, very, very important to me. Thank you for watching, everybody.